Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger. It's a Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Erlenberg Encounter, and it's under the command of Captain Ashstorm. Well, this is the pre-HD map. Some of you may recognise it for Erlenberg. It's got the castle off in the distance, but it looks a very different map nowadays than it did then. Now, he's got the big gun, the 21cm gun. I can tell that because there's no muzzle brake. There is a muzzle brake on the 17cm. This is the 21cm. 1100 alpha, penetrating 53mm of armour. And it penetrates so much in the way of armour that, yes, it can get one-shots on the enemy. Back then, you could penetrate quite a lot, but nowadays, wargaming have made it far more difficult for Arty to actually penetrate enemy tanks. And therefore you're very less likely to see a one-shot kill in the game. Well, he's headed off to the east side of the map, and the enemy's in sight already on the east side. A T-34-3 and another enemy tank have turned up. You can see some of the terrain looks very familiar. There's a hill on this side of the map, but there's much fewer trees on this side than in this battle than there is on the new maps. Okay, he's ready to shoot, and he's now aiming. Okay, T-34-3, which is a Chinese medium. Rounds out. Direct hit with his first shot for 461. 3 critical hits. Now, it's a Tier 9 battle with Tier 8 tanks in it, so he does have the potential to earn a lot of XP. T-34-3 is a Tier 8. The Hawk 12 that you'll see milling around there, that's a Tier 7. Is it Tier 8? No, it's a Tier 8, sorry. T-54 comes into sight. That's a Tier 9. He's loaded. Rounds out. Oh, big hit! 498. Non-penetration round, that one, but it's still a pretty big hit because you can tell it's normally half the alpha if it's a non-penetrating shot, and with 1100 alpha that means 550 is an average roll, and he managed to get 498, which is a low roll in a sense. Now these are the bushes just over that ridge line. That's where enemy Arty tended to locate, and or their tank destroyers. T-28 rounds out, and well, that one hit the armor, so it didn't do a lot of damage, but it did stun the guy. And our RU-251 is getting behind him, which means that potentially this guy is now a goner because it won't be long before he's out the game. There you go. And of course, Captain Ashstorm's picked up all the stun assist. It looks like we've got a bit of a wolf pack there in operation. Over on the west side of the map, though, the enemy seems to be doing rather well, and they've reached the river, I think. Just waiting for any sign that they're crossing the river. Now, if you remember the old map, there was a bridge in the middle, a bridge at the south end, a bridge at the north end, but there were some fording points. Okay, we've got a T-34 near the enemy spawn point. Remember, this is an encounter game, so it's about the cap in the centre. Oh, that one just went a little too long, but still scored 196 hit points. And we've lost our RU-251. He went too deep and got taken out by tank destroyers. Scorpion G was seen at that spot. Let's see if he's still there. Instead, he's actually decided to go for the T-34. It's a certain target. He's dialed in. Rounds out. Here we go. Direct hit, 433, non-penetrating shots, but a nice long stun. Now, if you remember the T-34, it's basically the American heavy tank with a 120mm gun. It's quite tough armour. If he's hull down, they're only going to see the turret, and it's very difficult to penetrate the turret on a T-34, but it's fairly easy to penetrate the hull. And Captain Ashstorm's going to go for it again. Another direct hit, And he hit the tank that was right alongside. There was a Tiger 2 alongside the T-34. They both got hit by that one. We couldn't see the Tiger 2, but he was there. He must have been a bit surprised by that round landing on top of both of them. Now, the geometry of the castle was slightly different back in those days. I think most people remember it. There's the village. Oh, we've got a T10 near the cap. Shell goes long. Unfortunately, wasn't damaged by that. Now, we've got somebody in the cap at the moment. But as you know, encounter battles take twice as long to cap out. Still reloading. It looks like the enemy hasn't decided to come across the river. They're just using the river as a barrier at the moment. T-44 rounds out. Long flight time. Kill shot! Got his first one. T-10's taking shelter behind that house. Unfortunately, there's no way we can knock the house down to get at him. Although many have suggested that would be quite a nice idea. If you hit a house more than a couple of times, it will demolish, even if it's one of those fixed ones. Well, at the river crossing, we've got a Tiger 2 advancing into our territory. Now, if you remember, there was kind of bank as he came out of the water. He's trying to use that bank for cover. He's just coming up the bank now. Rounds out. Here we go. Direct hit. And he's wiped out as well. Second kill. We're 3 up on the enemy now. It's getting more difficult for them to stop us. And, well, the cap is blocked, which means somebody is on the enemy side. And I think it's a Wizzy 120. Up in the north, we've got that T-34. He's on the move. I think he realises he's got to get somewhere close to the cap. And the only way to do that, really, is to dislodge the Centurion, the Wizzy 132, up in the north. Captain Ashtorm's aiming for the corner where he was before. Getting ready. Rounds out. He's pulling back and, oh, pulls forward just at the right time to avoid a direct hit, but he does suffer some damage. The enemy T-10s found our T-44-100. We're almost loaded, actually. I think Captain Ashtorm can give him a nasty shock. Line him up. And no, he's going to have to adjust. Rounds out. Well, he's lost another 187, which makes him a one-shot. And he fired at the T-44-100, but he didn't get a kill. And I think the T-44 now realises he might be able to pen that T-10. In the meantime, in the cap area, we can see that it was a Wizzy 120 on the enemy team. It's the other side. He's trying to push the Super Pershing into the water. Not having much luck with that, but now Captain Ashtorm's about to be loaded. Now, if he does fire, he might damage his own teammate because they did have team damage back then. Ow, he did actually hit the T-26E4, so he's probably going to get fined for that. He might actually lose the high caliber as well. There's only one enemy left now. It's an RU-251 and he's on the run. And he's about to get intercepted by the T-44-100. Yeah, he's trying to run away. And he's been killed. The Wizzy 132 got him in the end. So, victory in this Erlenberg encounter back before they had HD maps. Let's have a look at the old the team score. And it's a first-class tanker for Captain Ashstorm in the GW Tiger. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 10, and he got a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on our team, on his team. And you can see that this battle was from the 15th of March 2018. Yes, a long time ago. Nearly 2.5 years ago. Sorry, what am I saying? If we look at the team score, we can see how well he did. He managed to get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage overall. That went to the T10 on the enemy team, who got 4,618 hit points of damage, picked up the high caliber. The next highest score was Captain Ashstorm with 3,761. And after that, it was the Super Pershing with 2,805 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the Wizzy 132 who did the best with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Sparpanzer RU251, and 2 kills went to Captain Ashstorm, the Strip 103, the ISU 152, and the T10 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was the Super Pershing who did the best with 1,069. 977 went to Captain Ashstorm, and 957 went to the Wizzy 132. He fired 12 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetrations, 7 splash. Damage of 3,761 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did accidentally damage the Super Pershing for 93 hit points, and so therefore he is going to have to pay a fine for that one. But he did get 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 1,625 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 55,155 credits, but he was fined 1,682 credits because of the accidental damage he did to the Super Pershing. So his total came to 53,473 credits. And after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he took away a profit of 8,513 credits. He received 1,466 XP, but there was no multipliers on this occasion, so that's all the experience points he took away. But it is the first good battle he's had in the GW Tiger. Now, he's had many battles in this Arty since, and of course he's got all the top tier 10 Artys on all the other tech trees as well. So yes, he is an accomplished Arty player, really. And he's actually now working his way through all the other tank lines. So well done. That was a good game. And it's nice to see the old version of Erlenberg again. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We've got more Captain Ashstorm replays on the way of tanks and Arty. And do stick around and watch them, please, whilst he recovers in hospital, and send me your good wishes for his speedy recovery. Thanks for watching.